Did you know that the soft, flavorful cheese we enjoy every day could be the secret to strong muscles in your later years? It might not be the first thing that comes to mind, but scientific studies show cheese plays a big role in keeping our muscles strong as we move into our 60s and beyond. Welcome to your Daily Health Doc, your place for easy-to-understand tips on nutrition, health, and healthy living, mixed with fascinating scientific stories to help you care for yourself better. After 60, many of us notice we're not as strong as we used to be. Each year, our muscles shrink, making it harder to stand up and move. This age-related muscle loss is called sarcopenia. The good news? That tasty cheese on your plate can be a helpful ally to maintain and even improve your strength, giving you stability and confidence as you get older. Research shows that older folks need more protein to keep their muscles and strength. For instance, a science review called Protein Requirements and Recommendations for Older People. A review by researchers from Deakin University in Australia says older adults should get about 1.0 to 1.3 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight and do some resistance exercise to slow muscle loss. The same review highlights a special amino acid called leucine that kickstarts muscle protein building, explaining why cheese, rich in leucine, offers big benefits. So, why can cheese help? Because it delivers complete proteins packed with leucine and other nutrients. In today's video, we'll share 3 cheeses perfect for folks over 60 who want to build muscle, backed by solid scientific evidence. The reason cheese can help is that it's a complete source of protein, packed with leucine and other vital nutrients. So in today's video, we'll walk you through 3 types of cheese that are especially helpful for people over 60 who want to build muscle. And we'll also break down the science behind these recommendations, so you understand exactly how they work in your body. When we're younger, our muscles make up about 30% of our body weight. But by the time we hit our 70s or 80s, that number can drop to just 25%. And with that drop comes a noticeable loss of strength, weaker bones, and a much higher risk of falls or fractures. Studies on protein needs in older adults show they require more than 1.0 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day, which is higher than the 0.8 grams recommended for younger folks. A 2015 review found that getting 1 to 1.3 grams per kilogram, along with resistance training twice a week, can help slow muscle loss. And for those already showing signs of muscle decline, experts recommend raising protein intake even further, up to 1.2 or 1.5 grams per kilogram. Leucine is the star amino acid in cheese. According to research from the Cleveland Clinic, leucine helps build and maintain muscle in people over 60, especially by supporting recovery after exercise. Their data show Swiss cheese provides around 3.9 grams of leucine per cup, while low-fat cottage or ricotta cheese contains about 1.5 grams per cup. A 90-day study from researchers at Suzhou University and the CNS Academy of Nutrition and Health in Beijing divided older women into 3 groups. One ate regular cheese, 9 grams of protein per day, and another ate cheddar-rich golden cheese, 12.7 grams of protein per day. The results were striking. Those eating cheese, especially golden cheddar, improved their hand grip strength and muscle mass. Their protein intake increased to over 1 gram per kilo, right in the recommended range for older adults. A clinical trial by the Center for Food and Development Research, CIAD, Mexico, gave older adults with sarcopenia 210 grams of ricotta daily, about 15.7 grams of protein, for 3 months. Men in the ricotta group gained 270 grams of muscle in their arms and legs compared to the control group, and also showed better grip strength, proving that ricotta can help reverse age-related muscle loss when paired with regular activity. A study from the University of Utah found that eating 65 grams of cheddar, 20 grams of protein, raised BCAA levels more gradually than milk, but kept them elevated longer. It also activated the mTORC1 pathway, the signal that drives muscle protein synthesis, for a sustained period. Because cheddar is rich in leucine, about 10% of its total protein, and low in carbs, it promotes steady muscle building with less blood sugar spike than milk. A consumer guide from Eating Well highlights some of the top high-protein cheeses. Parmesan offers about 9 grams of protein per ounce. Cottage cheese provides 10 to 12 grams per half cup. Swiss has 8 grams per ounce, and cheddar delivers around 7 grams. These cheeses also pack calcium, vitamin B12, and zinc. Meanwhile, BBC Good Food notes that cheddar, thanks to its high leucine content, can boost muscle protein synthesis not only after exercise, but even during rest. Research has shown that cheese, especially the kinds rich in protein and leucine, can help older adults build or maintain muscle mass when eaten in the right amounts and paired with regular exercise. Cheese also provides calcium, vitamin K2, vitamin B12, and healthy fats. These nutrients play a key role in bone strength, nerve function, and metabolism, all of which can make a real difference in overall quality of life as we age. Low-fat cottage cheese or ricotta provides about 10 to 12 grams of protein per half cup. They're also rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that helps maintain steady amino acid levels for several hours. According to Cleveland Clinic data, 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese contains roughly 1.5 grams of leucine. Thanks to their high protein and leucine content, both cottage cheese and ricotta help stimulate muscle protein synthesis. The slow release of amino acids from casein makes ricotta especially effective as a bedtime snack to support overnight muscle repair. In a clinical trial by CIAD Mexico, older men with sarcopenia gained around 270 grams of muscle in their arms and legs after eating 210 grams of ricotta cheese daily for 3 months, a measurable result from a simple food. How to use it? For breakfast, pair cottage cheese with fresh strawberries or blueberries and add some walnuts or almonds for a protein and fiber-rich bowl. For a smoothie, blend cottage cheese with almond milk and banana, then add cinnamon or honey for flavor without spiking sugar levels. As a savory meal, use ricotta as a sandwich filling with whole grain bread, or mix it with leafy greens and tomatoes for a soft, nutrient-dense dish. Please note that ricotta can be high in sodium, so choose a low-salt version or make your own. And if you're lactose sensitive, start small to help your body adjust. 1 ounce of cheddar cheese, that's about 28 grams, contains roughly 7 grams of protein. It's also packed with leucine, making up about 10% of its total protein, and contains vitamin K2, which helps your body use calcium more efficiently, according to nutritional research. A study titled Acute Effects of Cheddar Cheese Consumption on Circulating Amino Acids and Human Skeletal Muscle, led by Naomi MMP DeHart at the University of Utah, found that eating 65 grams of cheddar cheese equal to 20 grams of protein caused a slow but steady rise in branched-chain amino acids in the blood. It also triggered a longer-lasting activation of mTORC1, the main signal for muscle protein synthesis. Because cheddar is high in leucine, it may help build muscle even during rest and recovery after exercise. How to use it? In the mid-morning or afternoon, slice some cheddar and enjoy it with apple or ripe pear slices. Add a few almonds for protein, fiber, and healthy fats. It keeps you feeling full without spiking your blood sugar. Sprinkle cheddar over vegetable soup, scrambled eggs, or baked potatoes. It boosts the flavor and protein content. Add some leafy greens to balance the meal. If you're short on time, layer a slice of cheddar in whole grain bread with lettuce, tomato, and cucumber. It makes for a fast, protein-rich lunch or afternoon pick-me-up. Cheddar is relatively high in saturated fat and sodium, so go for a reduced fat version or limit your portion to 1 or 2 slices. That's about 20 to 40 grams. If you have heart disease or high blood pressure, check with your doctor before increasing your cheese intake. Parmesan, or Parmigiano Reggiano, is a hard-aged cheese that packs a nutritional punch. Just 1 ounce, about 28 grams, delivers around 9 grams of protein. Because it's aged for a long time, it's nearly lactose-free, and it's also rich in calcium and phosphorus. The concentrated protein and leucine in Parmesan support muscle building, while its low lactose content makes it a great choice for people who are sensitive to dairy. Plus, the high levels of calcium and phosphorus help strengthen bones, a big plus for aging adults. Grate or shave Parmesan over salads, vegetable soups, or whole grain pasta. It adds a savory flavor while boosting your protein intake without significantly increasing portion size. Sprinkle Parmesan over fried or scrambled eggs. Pair it with leafy greens or bell peppers for a breakfast that's loaded with protein, calcium, and vitamins. Parmesan is naturally salty and very concentrated, so stick to about 1 or 2 tablespoons. That's around 5 to 10 grams per serving. It's delicious, but keep an eye on your overall sodium intake throughout the day. Swiss cheese provides about 8 grams of protein per ounce and has less sodium than many other cheeses. 1 cup of Swiss contains up to 3.9 grams of leucine. Gouda offers around 7 grams of protein per ounce and is a good source of vitamin K2, a nutrient that supports bone health and may help reduce heart disease risk. Thanks to their high leucine content, Swiss and Gouda can help stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Meanwhile, the vitamin K2 found in both cheeses helps move calcium into your bones and keeps it from building up in your arteries, which is great news for your heart. Layer slices of Swiss or Gouda in whole grain bread with veggies like lettuce, tomatoes, and bell peppers. It makes a satisfying breakfast or lunch with plenty of protein, fiber, and vitamins. For a quick snack, cut Swiss or Gouda into sticks and pair them with grapes, apple slices, or almonds. It's a tasty way to get protein, natural fiber, and essential nutrients. Because Swiss and Gouda have a rich, creamy taste, it's a good idea to enjoy them with fresh fruits or leafy greens to balance the flavor and keep your saturated fat intake in check. Studies show that the effective amount of cheese for muscle benefits is actually quite modest, around 60 to 70 grams per day. You don't need to eat 200 grams like some clinical trials. Instead, aim for 1 to 2 slices of cheddar or half a cup of cottage cheese at your main meals or snacks to boost protein without overdoing your calories. Protein works best when it's paired with movement. Try resistance-based exercises like light weightlifting, yoga, or resistance bands 2 to 3 times per week. These help strengthen muscles and bones, and they improve how well your body uses the protein you eat. Cheese is just one part of a balanced diet. Make sure you're also getting protein from other sources like salmon, eggs, lean meats, beans, and seeds. This helps provide all the essential amino acids your body needs, without relying too heavily on any one food group. Because many cheeses contain saturated fats and sodium, it's smart to choose reduced-fat, low-salt versions when possible. Be mindful of your daily fat intake, and if you have a history of heart disease or high blood pressure, talk with your doctor before adding more cheese to your diet. To make the most of muscle-building proteins, spread your intake evenly across the day. Some studies suggest getting 25 to 30 grams of protein at each meal is ideal for muscle synthesis. So, consider adding cheese to your breakfast alongside whole grains, or enjoy a small serving before bed to support overnight recovery. Age-related muscle loss isn't something you have to accept. By getting enough protein, especially leucine, and staying physically active, older adults can preserve and even build muscle over time. Research shows that adding high-protein cheeses like cottage, ricotta, cheddar, Parmesan, Swiss, or Gouda can improve strength and muscle mass, while also delivering nutrients that support bone health and heart function. Start with small, simple steps. Swap sugary snacks for a bowl of cottage cheese with fresh fruit. Sprinkle a little Parmesan over your salad. Pair cheese with a healthy lifestyle, regular movement, and smart portions, and you'll be on your way to long-term results. If you found this video helpful, share it with your friends and family, especially your parents or grandparents, and anyone who could benefit from these simple, science-backed tips. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more health and nutrition advice designed just for you.